What I'm going to say is, if you're putting yourself through this for me, then don't. If you want to stop, I'm going to support you.
I don't want to stop my treatments, baby. No. It's just sometimes I feel like I just need time to think.
Welcome back. That was a clip, of course, from Grey's Anatomy. And our next guest needs little introduction because you know him and you love him on Grey's is Dr. Richard Weber, one of the most beloved doctors in the history of television.
And now he's here with us to celebrate the show's 18th season finale. Welcome to The Social, James Pickens Jr. We are delighted.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a blast. Thank you.
Jim, it's great to speak with you today. And like we mentioned, tomorrow is the Grey's Anatomy season finale. It's a 2-hour event. What can you tell us about the episode?
Obviously, there's be a lot of moving parts to it. I think episode 18, 19, we deal with a blood shortage in the hospital. We're looking for volunteers, and then in 18, 20, we're still dealing with that blood shortage and how it affects the hospital, and obviously some procedures. But it's been a heck of a ride, 18 seasons, to be part of something that's been such a social phenomenon, both critically and with the audiences. It's truly been a blessing. I've had a great time doing it.
Well, this season, we've seen your character, Dr. Richard Weber, deal with unexpected news. And it was revealed that his wife's cancer journey is progressing. And your character found out about this in a pretty surprising way. So what can you tell us about their relationship and if it could have maybe an impact on Richard's future at the hospital?
Well, our relationship has survived some twists and turns in the last few seasons, and it's always a blast working with the amazing Debbie Allen. And I'm quite sure the audiences will see some of the same navigation of this landscape that they've had before. And Richard has dealt with adversity and seems to always come out on his feet with the help of this amazing wife. So it's going to be a really nice journey to see how we deal with it. I'm excited to see the direction it's going. Mm-hmm.
You know what, Jim? We keep saying it because it's a major achievement. Grey's Anatomy is now one of the longest-running scripted primetime shows in the history of television. And, after 18 seasons, you are one of 3 original cast members on the series. Yourself, Ellen Pompeo, and Chandra Wilson. So what has it been like to be one of the core members and all along for this ride as this show has become a massive pop culture phenomenon? Did you ever think at the beginning that this show would be what we know it to be today?
I had no idea. I don't think anyone did. I don't think Shonda had any idea. I was glad to have a job. I had just left the show. I think we did 15 episodes and we were out. So it was time to get back on there and look for a gig, as we actors do. That's our life. And this show came along that didn't even have a title at the time. And went in and met with the ABC people and Shonda, and what would become the Shondaland team. And I believe it was after we shot the pilot, one of our old executive producers at the time said, there's something here that's different that I don't think audiences have expected. And he was very prophetic. And the show, as you see, has culminated into something that's really a social phenomenon. And to be a part of that from its genesis to now, I feel really, really honored and fortunate. Most actors would go their whole careers and never experience anything like this, to be at home, be able to watch my family grow and stuff, and not jump out of town and stuff on a film shoot or anything, and just to watch the popularity of the show and it taking on a life of its own. It's hard to put into words. I've been really blessed by it.
Well, not only is the show one of the most legendary medical dramas to ever be on TV, the characters are also just so beloved. So when a show goes on for as long as Grey's has, these characters become a part of television history and mean so much to fans. Do you ever think about that cultural impact?
Yeah, we started to think about it about 5 seasons in, at least I did. I said, well, this is something new. These stories resonated with the fans, and they wanted to take this journey with these characters and watch the stories unfold each week. And we watch these characters when they're heroic, and we watch them when they're kind of ugly and not so pleasant. And I think that's what's really resonated with the audiences and the fans over these now 18 seasons is the great storytelling. And that's rare, especially in today's landscape on television.
Well, on that note, I think, what we really love about Grey's as fans is that the show never shies away from what's going on in the news in real life. So what kind of effect, do those episodes in particular have, do you think, on the way, people are engaging with the world around them?
I think we've never shied away from the stories that have impacted us culturally, politically, socially. Obviously, with COVID, it was tailor-made for our show in the most kind of euphemistic terms here. But the fact that we were a medical drama based in a fictitious hospital, and we engage in something that the world had not experienced before, this pandemic. What better way to focus on it and illuminate the topic as to take a hospital show and show them as they kind of try and traverse this really unknown set of circumstances here as doctors, but also as human beings. It was a perfect a cocktail to address it. Hopefully give some people some comfort, if not comfort, at least explanation, and to see that they were not alone. That was not unique to their particular circumstance. And I think it really helped a lot of folks who watched the show, or audience members, kind of get a grasp and say, okay, I don't feel as left out now, or I don't feel as like there's an unknown that I have no control over.
Seeing those familiar faces certainly helped. And so many of those faces have been famous faces who've passed through Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital over the years. We have seen stars like Sandra Oh and Patrick Dempsey and Kate Walsh, just to name a few. So does the original cast ever get to see each other? And if so, what is a Grey's reunion like?
Oh, wow. We don't see them as much as, you would like to, obviously. When you're with a group of people as much as we are, it's more than just a work environment. These are people that you spend as much time with as your families in some cases. But to answer your question, Patrick and Kate and Christine Yang, Sandra. Yeah, we don't see them as much because their careers have taken different paths, and we're so excited and so proud of where they're gone. And we wish them nothing but the best. It'd be great. Patrick came back for a flashback episode when Ellen's character Meredith was dealing with COVID. And, we brought Kate back, and it was good to see him. And Sandra Oh is just the busiest actress in Hollywood right now. We couldn't be happier for her. She's amazing.
All right, so the season finale, it's tomorrow night. It is also, though, the 400th episode of Grey's Anatomy. Now, with all these finales and anniversaries, not only do they celebrate the past, but they give us a chance to look forward, to the future. Can you tell us anything about the future of the series, perhaps beyond season 19, which is next season, which you will be part of?
Well, when you were taking it a season at the time, I was surprised. Like I said, we've gotten this far along. I'm just anxious to see what the future holds for this show, and with such an amazing company of actors, an amazing staff of writers, obviously the brilliant Shonda Rhimes, and her producing partner Betsy Beers and Krista Vernoff, our showrunner. They keep us engaged. I haven't had one dull minute doing the show in these 18 seasons, and that's a real testament to what they've put in front of the audiences every week here for now 400 seasons. It's truly it's hard to put into words. Like I say, as an actor, most of us will go a whole career and never experience anything like this. So it's pretty special.
Jim, thank you so much for taking the time
You're
to
welcome.
chat with us
That's
today. We
fun.
really appreciate it. And
It's my pleasure.
the Grey's Anatomy season 18 finale is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on CTV. Make sure to tune in, and we'll be right back.